Hi, welcome once again to Sketchy's 30 Faces 30 Days, and today we're going to do another drawing in pencil. So I'm Margriet Aasman, and I'm here in my studio in Whitehorse, Yukon, Canada. Today's about joy. Today's about just really enjoying yourself and having fun doing your drawing. So I picked a muse that has a big smile, lots of teeth showing, and lots of wonderful wild hair. And I would encourage you to just really play today and not worry or take your drawing too seriously. We're going to pick some colors in the colored pencils. I've picked up to 5. Doesn't mean I'm going to use 5. I may only use 1 or 2. And lay down the foundation for the drawing color first. I've not really approached my drawing this way before, but I thought it might be fun just to be a little lighthearted, put the color down, and then go on top and do our pencil drawing. So it's really all about fun today. And again, don't take it all too seriously. Just really enjoy the drawing today. So let's get started. Okay, to start today, let's just have a quick review of the materials we'll be using. I've got my kneaded eraser for picking up some lines, making them lighter when needed, erasing a little bit. 3 pencils. I've got the 2B, the 4B, and I've added the 6B. I thought the 6B would be good, helpful when it comes to maybe working a little quickly on the hair. There's lots of dark value there. I also have, once again, the white charcoal pencil from Faber-Castell. And I've introduced 5 pencil crayons here. Now, pencil crayons are nice to work with. One thing to remember is they are waxy, so if you're putting any charcoal in an area, you do not want any of this below it. This won't attach to the paper. Just a little tip to keep in mind. Today we're going to use only 5, and I've got a series of 3 here in the reds. And they're varying brands. Some Faber-Castell. This is my absolute favorite. If you have a chance to buy any of these, the Caran d'Arche, the Swiss brand. These are absolutely beautiful, beautiful soft colored pencils. And a couple of blues here, a cobalt light blue and a turquoisey blue. I don't know if I'll be using them all, but don't exceed 5 colors as options. I mean, maybe 2 would be better, but I've got these 5 ready for me to use, and we'll see how that goes. So those, and then just to have a quick look at our model today, our muse, Zell. He's from the museum app from Sketchy in their collection, and I picked him because there's such a joyous feeling about his face. I really like him. This is my 3rd time using one of his images, and I just think he's got such a open, nice look about him. I also really love the nose and the mouth. They really come forward in this image. And again, I felt the joyous quality of this, and I thought that would be fun to try and capture. So, and it's really fun with these very, very white, yellowy white teeth. They're never truly white. And a very dark value up here. I'm not sure how much I will emphasize that. We'll see how that goes, but I really like to bring that mouth out. And here maybe that colored pencil will play a role in helping this come out stronger. I don't know how I'm going to use that yet. I'm just going to see how it goes. But I figure I'm going to maybe concentrate in these areas with some color. Okay, now the paper. Again, I've used this already on one of the tutorials, and it's one of my favorites. The Strathmore Tone Tan Mixed Medium. Of course, it's one of my favorites because it gives me that medium value that I do not have to apply, and then because I have that, I can go to a lighter value. I don't lose that opportunity. And the smooth quality of the paper I quite like as well. Anyway, this is, Tone Tan Mixed Media Strathmore. And what I've got here is the muse already sketched out. So again, this is an opportunity for you to go and quickly sketch it and get ready so that we can work together. What I'm going to do to start is just take off some of this graphite, because what I'd like to do is go in with a colored pencil to start. But these are going to be all my cue lines where I'm going to put the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. I've got all my little cue points ready to go. Anyway, if you want to take a moment just to get a sketch down for yourself, that would be great. All right, to start with, I'm going to take this red color and I'm going to just do my drawing, like the initial drawing in this red color. And I'm starting with the eyes. I usually like to start with the eyes. Always. I don't know why, it's a habit. And so I'm going to feel all these shapes out. And I think I get a little bit detailed with the eyes and looser as I move outward. Just saying, that's my habit to do. And I guess it's because I think the eyes are so important. You know how the saying goes, they are the window into the soul. Okay, now right here in this eye, if you have white charcoal and you want to put it in, like say in here, where there's obviously moisture in the eye being reflecting light, don't put any of this pencil wax down, colored pencil wax, because you can't get the charcoal to sit on that. And then you'll be disappointed. Again, I work with all the creases and everything around the eyes. Like, again, I really do feel the eyes play a very important role in capturing the character, what's special about the model, the muse. I grew up calling people I drew models, but then that was from life drawing. I've done a lot of life drawing. That was my thing. I never thought I would go beyond that. Often my drawings were headless because I just couldn't be bothered trying to figure out how the portraits go. That was a lot, or the faces. That was a lot of extra work. And so when I finally decided I had to lick that, get on top of that, again, I'm just following the outlines, trying to get where the pencil marks are, and I'm just going over them a little. More accurately. Now, when you sharpen your pencils, you get them really pointy. And as they wear down, as you're using them, you can get more pencil down. So that's another good reason to start with the eyes when you're doing finer lines. Okay, this is really on par here. So there we go. Again, I've checked all that already with the pencil, initial pencil. He's got these eyes that are hardly open because he's looking down. We're kind of looking up at his face. And, you know, my tendency is to enlarge the eyes because I love to see them, but got to keep myself in check here, not getting too big because you'll lose his head tilt, which make his eyes go like this. Notice I have changed the eyes from the pencil because I'm seeing something a little different. But I've done most of my measuring already. So I can be kind of free with this part and quicker. And hopefully you had a chance to do that too. So the eyebrows, I usually first get the shape in, the overall shape. It's much easier to handle eyebrows that way. One of the things with drawing when you're looking up at the face is how close the nose is to the eyes and the lips to the nose. We tend to put the distance in that we think is there, and it's not really, it's closer. And then we don't quite get the tilt. So it's really important to measure what that distance is from here to here, maybe in relation to the size of the nose. So take some time to just figure that out. And it helps you maintain, you know, the integrity of the pose. Doesn't have to look exactly like the model, but you do want to capture what the model's doing. Okay, I'm going to try and speed this up a little bit. Again, whenever I do this, I make sure I'm always looking at the model, always. I'm looking here because I have the iPad up. I'm not following this. This is really for your reference. Sometimes I'll glance at that because it's there. I can't help it. But I'm not leaning on what's here. Some things will change a little bit. I can trust what I did initially but I still am feeling my way around. That's how you get that familiarity with the what's going on. And then when it comes time to do the value, the shadows, you know what's going on in this pose, this look. You get intimate with it. There's this triangle here. Not quite a triangle. And so I'm trying to find the movement here, like the changes of the angles of the nose. Okay, this goes this way. Okay, do you guys feel okay to continue working on this part on your own, or I think maybe what I'll do is finish this because this is a bit slow going. I'll just work ahead a little bit here just to get these outlines in this color, because I think it's nice to lay down this color before we go in with the pencils in what we can keep as red behind. Will just give it extra depth and life. And this is a pencil drawing. Okay. So maybe as I continue on, well, let me do this part here together with you. What's really cool around here is the dimples. His face pulls in here, which is actually right here, because the mouth is here, the mustache is up here. Again, mustache is just a shape to start off with. Oops, that's the lip. Trying to get that nice smile of his. Yeah, that's why I picked this guy. He's really kind of cute with his smile. The way this stretches over the teeth. Now the teeth, I didn't like doing them at first. Let's just see, this is over a bit. But just draw them. I don't even think of teeth. You just kind of have to go for it and draw the shapes in. I do use you know, these two front teeth go in. You see where the sides line up here to the lips. And then you just size the other ones appropriately to the first teeth. And you get them all in. I don't know, it just works. And I don't like doing them I really enjoy teeth taking a stand. Like here, in this particular image, these teeth play a huge role in the overall look. They've just got to be in there. Not just as a solid shape. I mean, you can do that, but I just love the teeth. The big smile. Okay, maybe this got too large. I'm just going to leave it though, because erasing pencil crayon's not the easiest. Okay. Maybe it's better we just draw this together because you're going to have to do it anyways. There we go. Okay, now I'm not being free and loose. I'm actually being very calculating. Getting all the shapes in properly, like with the teeth. All right. Very dark area here, going into this. Okay, now the lip. The lip comes up by the teeth, down, back up to the teeth. And again, we have a very dark area here, which we'll get. He's got quite the beautiful lips. All right, so that is a bit off center. This part here where the middle of the lip and the bottom, it's not quite lined up with that. A little bit of a, I don't know, his goatee is coming lower, but a little bit of hair here, beginning with the beard. And then coming down here, the pull into the chin of his face. All right. You can see the chin through the beard. And here's the shape of the goatee. Well, it's not a beard, it's a goatee. And we'll just do the shape of it. Our pencil marks will give it all the detailing of hair and character of the hair that we'll need. Okay, now the other side. Okay, this comes into this really cool dimple-like area here, which I really want to catch. Actually, that has to be over a bit. I'm going to erase this because it really is. I do have this eraser just because I'm missing some parts here. And the chin comes down. Okay, I may not have left enough here, but that's okay. We will start here with the ear. Again, this is it's a very small ear. I think I may have made it a bit bigger. But it has a lot of character if you take a good look at it. It's really kind of cool. Here's the lobe. It does have an earring, and I usually like to put them in, unless they're really tiny, and don't matter too much, because that's what they have on. Okay, now the top of the head, it's important to get that, and this point here falls on top of here where the forehead is. It's got a ridge here. And coming down. All right. forehead here, the top point. When you look down, somewhere here, and that's where that is. That's important to get that right. And then this. Okay, we are done with the outline. Oh, just about. Okay, so quickly here, just doing some work on the hair, sort of a preliminary feeling of the hair. There's no way you can actually concentrate on every little component of this hair. Just giving it a good beginning. And again, just feeling it and letting your pencil kind of move along freely, and then not filling everything in. And it's wonderful hair to draw because, I mean, you might look at it and be a little daunted by everything that's going on, but you don't have to be perfect with this hair. It's just beautiful to play with and really just totally be interpretive about it. Gives you a lot of freedom to do what you want and not look like you're making mistakes. I think what we mostly want is the shape a little bit, because it has a lot of character. It sure adds to his head shape. Okay, got that down. Now I'm going to fill in a little bit of the value areas that are a bit darker with this red as well. Just nice and lightly, like this. What I liked to do, and I did that in a lot when working on my sketchbooks, is pre-painting some paper. I don't know if you've ever seen that or done that. I love doing that, like especially when I wanted to do a sketchbook for a series, like going away on a holiday or something, and painted the background with a color that I thought would be kind of cool to mix with that particular event or time away, and then just have a pattern going on and a color going on my page where I would have to draw over top. I just used to love that. Kind of made the page really inviting. Okay, this part, just be free and loose, and if you reach an area that's has highlights in it. Just be cautious if you want to put some of that charcoal in it. And you don't have to be perfect, but this is all here. Just so cool. This wonderful laughing shape, and he's got such beautiful dimples. I think they're dimples. Anyway. To be totally honest with you guys, I've not done this before, this kind of approach to a drawing. And I think I was considering maybe, painting the background and then doing a pencil drawing on top. Maybe I'll do that next time. But just really wanted to do this. So now I'm trying to find the dark, mid to dark values here. It's a little darker than what I would call this is lighter than mid tone. And just give it a little bit of a layer here that I could do pencil work on top and give it an extra little oomph. I might add a little more if I feel there's not enough after. Okay. Again, this is not a technique I use or do, so it's really okay. Okay, here I'm just doing the lips. I don't really this lovely pink area up on top. I'll see how I handle that. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting feature to bring out. I actually think this has softened his face up, which I really like because he does have a really nice, gentle face. It was looking a little bit harsh, but now it's still there a bit. Some of these lines are a little strong. Don't worry, this is going to be a pencil drawing. We're just giving some background fun to our pencil drawing. Okay. Like I said, I might go back. And put some more in. Okay, hopefully you guys Enjoyed that. I sure did. It's kind of fun because you're not worrying too much about being perfect here. All right, should do a little bit in the neck, but I think I'll save the neck. Oh, here I am saying I'm going to save it, and I get right to work on it. um, so I'm going to want to add some blue, but I'm not sure where yet. So I'm just going to go in with my 2B pencil, just to get started around the eye, see what happens with the pencil on this. So I'm going to start with this eye, and just because I like the eye so well, I'm going to work on them a bit carefully. So it looks like this color underneath is giving it the black a bit of a gray tone. So I'm going to 4B right now. Now there's not a solid pupil here, a solid black. A little hatching. I'm kind of liking that red already being there. Okay, let's see if we can get that eyebrow in. Okay, so I'll show you a bit of an idea of what's happening with this pencil on top of the red. Okay. Sorry, I'm quite silent here, trying to concentrate and see what's going on. But I kind of like it. Not sure how much I do, but I think we'll keep working away at it and seeing um, where this drawing goes. Where do we continue with the pencil marks and allow the red to do its thing? Anyway, little play back and forth. I don't know if I'm going to add another color. We'll see how that goes. I do love my red lines. I think I'll continue with the 4B because I realize that the 2B is just not strong enough on there. I'm working on the mustache hairs. I mean, jumping all over, I realize that I'm not smudging the pencil crayon, but do have to be careful now that the graphite's going on, that I don't smudge it too much. Okay, I have been playing around a little bit and realized I wasn't recording, so I added a little bit more here and took away a little bit here. Now just continuing on building layers and laying on more and more graphite is what we're doing right now. Also outlining some of these areas with the graphite. I'm now with a 4B here. because I'm finding the 2 bead is just not laying enough graphite down. The layer of pencil crayon is on the page, keeping the graphite from laying, like it's not strong enough. The 2B is not strong enough. Okay, not a whole lot of variation in the lips, so I'm just going to, it's a little lighter here, a little darker towards the edges of the mouth. And again, I'm not going to make the color work with the lips. The color is just sort of background. So what I'm doing here, the graphite really, it's a graphite drawing. So finding those mid to darker values and getting them in. The mouth is really a focal point. I'm just gonna highlight it just a little bit. Okay, there's a dark value right under the lip here. I did not make a black and white version of this, so it's kind of my problem to solve, to think of the colors as values. Like I have to see them, squint my eyes a bit. Now, that's also really good training for color portraiture as well. Is, you know, you see a red and a blue, and they could even be equal values. Just being able to see what is the value of that red or that blue. Again, very strong darks between the teeth going back into the cavity of the mouth. All right, the other side of this lip. Okay, and the bottom lip is lighter. It has the light is hitting it. So do you, when you're drawing, do you get, like I am right now, silent and focused? At all times stand still. It's so hard when I'm concentrating to know where I am. It's a little difficult to keep talking through that, which I'm going to try to keep doing. But yeah, I do lose all feeling of time and time passing because I'm really concentrating. And hopefully when you guys do that, you really enjoy that process. It's important that you enjoy it. Otherwise, why are we here? Again, that mustache up here. I'm just going to be really free form with this because some areas are darker, so we'll just add a little extra. It's a bit sparse. That mustache. And then it's all light up here on top of the lip. Again, I did do this line here, just, feeling the values and also just identifying that shape. And it just wanted to put that line in there. So I'm working here with a combination of hatching, lines, filling in big areas like this with the flatter end of the pencil. So no one specific technique. I think I have a tendency to get bored with the same thing all the time. What I'm going to do when I do this is go back then with that red, and maybe this looks like the violet. I'll go back to this red that I initially worked with and maybe give it a bit more of that red intensity, because I just love how the red, it'll make the red behind here stand out a bit more. I just love how it counteracts with the black. So much so that I might not use any other color. Anyway, just moving on here again, building layers of graphite. Now we do have, this is where the chin is, and the chin is defined by a change in value from here where it's lighter. And again, it's hair, so we're going to be expressive a little bit with these lines to give that feeling. And then here, definitely a change in value. There, I still need to work some more on that mouth and those teeth. Those teeth do have some color variation in them, thus also value changes. But I'm not so sure I want to emphasize that too much. I might go in there with some of the white charcoal just to bring it out and then see where I want to accentuate or darken the values. I'm just feeling the shapes now and the movement of what's happening. Love this dimple is call it a dimple. It's just really neat depression there. Not sure I totally like using pencil crayons underneath, but it is giving me a bit of a challenge. And something different to do. I'm enjoying those lines just coming down his face. Really cool. All right, to be honest, I'm really starting to enjoy this drawing. I know I'm spending quite a bit of time on it, um, but I'm actually starting to like it. I wasn't sure I was going to like this, uh, putting the pencil crayon down first and not having total control over the graphite. But I'm actually really liking what's happening. And do you ever get that when you're working on a drawing and it goes through an ugly stage or a stage, think, oh no, I've lost this one, or not liking it, or whatever. I was feeling that way. I wasn't sure I was going to like this in the end. I'm starting to feel a little more hopeful now. I'm actually getting excited to do some of the white charcoal on here. I think I'm happy with the red. I might put a little blue here and there. We'll see. Um, like I said, I'm doing something different, a little bit of a different approach than what I normally would do. Um, and I'm running out of time here a little bit. I hope you guys are still enjoying the drawing. Be a shame if you weren't. I'm now rushing a little bit. I might go through here and clean that up just a little bit, but let's work on this eye here. Okay. I'm working with my, 2B. I'm going to go to my 4B. I like the softer lead with this. Okay, I'm trying to get my eye up a little bit larger so I can actually see. I mean, my eyesight's not what it used to be. Not complaining, but I really do appreciate using an iPad where I can enlarge. I'm leaving a little spot there. Just trying to allow what I see in the eye. Oh dear, wrong area. Just pulling that up there. I'll use the white eraser actually for a serious little error. Didn't mean to put, there we go. What I was trying to work on was the iris. That's where the darkness is, right here. Yeah, trying to pick up the variations in the eye, because if it's flat, it doesn't feel real. This gives it a little variation in it, and I think it's amazing how that small little attention to that detail there really pays off. Okay, this area that I put all this red in is quite dark. Some highlight in here that I don't want to miss. So you can see I'm still bouncing back and forth, cross-hatching for values, and line work for shapes. And just I've got a grand dog over today, and he's in the room on top of my studio, and I can hear his walking around. I hope it's not recording, but that's what it is if you hear it. Okay, there's a little bit of shadow going across there. Again, I'm trying to rush this, which is probably a good thing, because then I won't try and be too perfect. And my marks definitely have a real freedom and hopefully a nice flourish to them. I don't know. Now here's where I want to get the dark hair where it meets the head. Very defined, but it goes into his head, the darkness. Again, I'll work on that, making that a little more appealing, and where I'll stop up here, not quite all the way. Try to pay some attention to the his beautiful texture in his hair. And again, like I said, I'll work on that later. I really do want to take some time to do some of the white charcoal and to see if I will put some blue in, and then maybe spend a little time on fine-tuning some of this work, or not. What I want to do here is just get this ear done. Again, I don't want to pay a whole lot of attention to this ear. I do like it. It's kind of a cool ear in a small way, but looking to finish this drawing. Okay. All right, so we'll stop here, do some of the white, and then maybe I'll introduce a little bit of blue. Okay, so I've got the white charcoal pencil, and I'm just going to go from the top down. Just getting some of this highlight in. In a hatching manner. Along the eyes here. See how hard it is to get some of this charcoal in where there's already waxy pencil crayons. That's okay. Along the nose here. And on the edge here. All right. Oh, looking for my kneaded eraser. Okay, got a little piece here. Just want to lift some of that off. Okay, we've got some on the lip edge here. All right, the teeth are going to be interesting. I'll get to that after I'm finished. Highlights over the right. Just going to add a little touch here. All right, let's have a look at those teeth. I'm not going to fill them all in, but I am going to where there's the light hits it. Get those areas first. Okay. So some of the yellow of this paper will come through where the teeth are a bit yellow. Natural colored yellow, not. They look like very healthy teeth. Okay, so what I might do now is just give a little bit of a soft white overall. Okay, we have some white in here. I think I'll need to add a little more pencil here and there to just give the darks a little more contrast. Very dark to light dark. Okay, so quickly, that's where all the highlights are. And I was going to look at some blue. Now I do see some blue in some of these dark areas. I'm just going to give it a try. Don't mind that too much. Here. Maybe in the real darker areas. Again, I'm trying to keep this drawing a bit loose and free, and the marks be really not too calculating, perfect. Okay, where else do I see some blue in here? I really like this, actually. It's actually adding lots of depth to the shadow areas, which is really nice. So now I'm no longer looking where I see blue, I'm just wondering where I can add that extra depth. Just picking up the red. Maybe gonna add a little bit. This is so pink. So a big highlight here. Let's see if I can. I didn't know if I would do this, but here I am putting the red where the gums are pretty strong, and I don't mind doing it here just for fun because this is a real focal point, this area. And so is this lip. I just feel like putting this line in. Yeah, because this and this are very close. Now just get some little stronger reds going. All right, so just being at this stage, I'm going to take a step back. And after all this playing around, I'm going to have a look and see what can I do to clean up what's jarring, what's working, what should be stronger. A little bit of blue up here in the forehead. Okay, so basically all I've used is the red color pencil, the graphite pencil, the blue, and the white charcoal. That's 4. And I might just accentuate, pull out a little bit, and I'll do that after I think I'm done. I need to take a step back and just look. What I do want to do, and I think just include you in on, is the finishing up of the hair. Again, what I'll do here is just like that. I'm keeping my eye on the image just to make sure that I don't stray from what I'm looking at. You know, I'm just trying to do a nice drawing. I do want to still I love adding the wildness and marks up here because, and how it then it comes down into the face here. That's always the next question, eh? When's the drawing finished? And when have you given it everything it needs and doesn't need any more? Okay, I'm just going to kind of jump up from there to here. I think that's enough of that dark red. I like how it's a little fiery. Okay, so like I said, I will probably go back in and maybe just heighten up, darken up a little bit of the different areas. At some point I do have to stop with this tutorial. And I'm hoping that this was a fun muse for you because I sure enjoyed it. I mean, what I really love is the joyous feeling of this. Like I said earlier, a really beautiful, soft, gentle face, kind of a happy, joyous look and feel to Zell. And I hope I captured that. Okay, I didn't pay much attention to this earring here, which may or may not be important. I don't know. But you could do that or not. There's a little highlight in there. I mean, it doesn't add a whole lot to it. And again, maybe you need to go back here, tighten up these teeth so that they pop out a little more. And again, drawings just get punchier and punchier the more you focus on the contrast. Light, dark, squiggly lines, softer lines, just the contrast between those two, and all of a sudden you have a lot of excitement going on. Okay, so I'm going to stop here, and I encourage you to look back on your drawing and see where you can finish off. I already see here where this stops too abruptly. I'm going to work on that a little bit and bring it out like that, perhaps. Just have a little fun, have a little, yeah, that goes up like that. And then tell yourself you got to stop. There we go. Thanks for joining me today.